one of my top books. It helped me through depression. It helped me through the pandemic, and I actually had the privilege of meeting Robbins. Hey guys, it's your girl Bianca B, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure you guys check out my celebrity interviews, vlogs, and makeup tutorials. So today we are talking about books that literally have changed my life. I am an author. I have written and self-published 2 books, one being the 20s Chronicles and one being Plot, Plan, and Slay, and I'm currently working on my 3rd book now. And so I just think that reading is so important. I know that we are so consumed with social media and things online and all these things, but there's nothing like a good book. I love self-development books. I am a self-help person. It gets me through my day. So I'm going to share a couple of books that literally have changed my life, and some of you guys have already probably seen it online, but this is in no particular order. And so I just want to talk about the books that literally have changed my life and why I like these books. Rhonda, I've read every Rhonda book. Now, I got into Law of Attraction as a teenager. I was around like 15, 14. My mom had this book called The Secret, which looks like this. It's like one of the Secret collection. This is called The Power, but I have like all the books. She was reading The Secret, and the book cover just looked super interesting to me. She was like, oh, you can read it. My mom was like, you can read it. So I read it and I fell in love with it, and then my mom bought me the Teen Secret, and then over the years I've just read every Rhonda book. I even have The Greatest Secret, her most recent book that came out a couple of years ago. I just think she's a great author. I love the concept of Law of Attraction. The Secret is just dope to me. I love the collection. I love the writing. I like how she writes, and I think that every entrepreneur or anybody out there who is negative or complain a lot or feel like you attract really bad things in your life, read The Secret and it will change your life. I personally like the book more than the documentary. I'm not a fan of the documentary, but I love the book. I just personally don't like the documentary, but if you're into that, you can watch it. If you're a visual person, you can watch it. You Are a Badass at Making Money. I love this author. She also has another book. I have read her first book a couple of years ago. I actually need to reread this again. But this book changed my life along with her other first book. So really love this author. Of course, The 5-Second Rule, Mel Robbins. This book is really good. She actually signed it for us when we worked on the show. I love the concept of just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and get up. I definitely use this method daily or like weekly when I'm feeling down, and especially when it's time for me to work out. I have done the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule to just get up out of bed. I really love Mel Robbins, and I also have her other book as well. So The 5-Second Rule is something, it's a super easy read. I love the testimonials in the book, so it's a really good book. So the book I'm currently reading right now is The Magic of Thinking Big. This was actually Coach Stormy, who is the motivational speaker, talked about this book, and I had to get it, and I see why she talks about this book and why it's such an inspiring book. As I'm still reading it, I just think this book just really makes you think big and really changes your perspective on how you consume things and like being more positive than negative. Think and Grow Rich. This is a very most talked about book with motivational speakers, with entrepreneurs. Everybody loves this book. Also Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read that book. I actually have it on my phone. I don't have a physical copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad, but those 2 books are like life-changing books. Those are like, now I do have The Alchemist over here, but I can never finish The Alchemist. I don't know why. I could do better as far as The Alchemist. It's like really hard for me to finish that book. I don't know why. It irritates me because it's not a big book. Also, The 48 Laws of Power, big ass book. I just say download the template, but that book will change your life too. This book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Love this book. I actually saw it on my homegirl front page. She's an artist in Detroit. She talked about this book. I know Big Sean recommended this book to her, so I read it, loved it, finished it super fast. It's a really dope read. I read it last year for the first time. This book right here will change your life. My friend recommended this book, Shanika. Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself, Nidra. Follow her on Instagram. This book will change your life on boundaries. This book is like, it's like a psychology type of book. It's like you talking to your therapist, like for real. This book was written as if you're in the office talking to your therapist and she's guiding you. Like this book, I highly recommend it. It is a really amazing book and I love this book. OG, love all of Steve Harvey's books, but this book was my favorite from him, Jump. Really dope book. I just love Steve Harvey. I'm glad that I was able to work on his show. Like I like Steve Harvey and I like everything that he does. Someone else that I'm obsessed with is Sarah Jakes Roberts. She's probably one of my favorite pastors. I just like her delivery. I like the raw and realness. And I just think that she is dope. I had the privilege of meeting her and her husband and interviewing them. I also, when I lived in LA, did go to one church a couple of times, but I just love their brand and how they preach. And she is one of my favorites. This was my favorite book. I like this book more than Woman Evolve. This book just resonated with me more than Woman Evolve. This is Don't Settle for Safe. I read this book extremely fast. Some people like Woman Evolve, of course. I think this is like her third or fourth book, but it's just dope. This is one of my favorite. Just a couple more, you guys. In the Family of Ministry, Devon Franklin, The Hollywood Commandments. Love this book. I like this book more than The Wait with him and Megan Good. I like this book more than that. I didn't finish The Wait. But he talks about, I like this book because it's just expressing Hollywood and like being a risk taker. And I just think that he's a dope author and I like his brand as well. This is one of my top books. It helped me through depression. It helped me through the pandemic. And I actually had the privilege of meeting Ryan Serhant and helping produce the Man Panel. And I met him. I didn't have him sign my book. I didn't take a picture with him, which I'm so mad. But I love Ryan Serhant. What I took away from this book is just manifesting and dressing the part of what you want to be. And he definitely, his aura, his vibe, when I met him, it was extremely just like his book. Like, he is about his fucking business, and I love this guy. I'm so happy I was able to finally meet him in person. Like, you guys don't understand, like, internally I was like, I can't believe, because I wrote down that I wanted to meet him, and so to actually produce a segment, like, Ryan, you my guy. I love this book. This book changed my life. Love this book. Last but not least, Garen Jones. Now, this book is called Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. Lessons of Love, Leadership, and Transformation. Garen Jones, if you're not following him on Instagram, you need to. His story is just incredible. This book really helps me with my mindset. Like, these two books during the pandemic helped me. I love these. Me and Garen, we follow each other on Instagram. I think he's still following me. But dope books. I'll link all the books below. Comment below what's your favorite book. Also, if you watch this video and you stay to the end, I do have a coupon code for you guys. Just type in YouTube on my website and you'll get a discount on my books and signed copies, everything. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully I didn't ramble, but those are like my top books and why I love these books. So it's your girl Bianca B. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at It's Bianca B. And I love you guys.